Welcome back. So we're going to start with one of the big products that I got, which is the tabletop makeup case. I don't really like the way that it kind of makes me want to clump everything up because I like to separate my products, but I kind of want to make use of some of this. This right here doesn't even fit some of my current products like this. Like it doesn't even close. So I'm gonna need to see if there's even any use for this drawer. But for now, I think I'm gonna shift this over there. I just have to clean some of the debris that came off my basket. And I'll probably put these excess earrings maybe in here. So, all right, we'll see. Before I talk more about this product, I do want to point out that it is supposed to be a tabletop makeup case container. So that means it is meant to stay on the counter or a dresser, probably not between shelves like I'm using it. However, that's where I had my products, that's where I wanted to put it. I didn't want more visual clutter because I already had a lot of things on, my sink or around my sink. So just to kind of give you that, you might like it, you might, be fine with it and you wouldn't have any issues. However, because I was putting it between shelves, I had already received it with one of the back pieces missing, which was really crucial for making sure the top stayed on. I had to remove that because it just wasn't going to be able to open, which is really unfortunate. If you watched my last video, you would have seen how I actually worked really hard to hot glue gun that thing, but it's okay. I also want to point out that although it did elevate my space, it was a good replacement for my basket, which had my products originally. It wasn't too functional in the middle. The shelf was a little rough to pull out, so I wasn't able to put anything. However, I was able to at least hang my earrings, the bigger ones that I had, on the ledge of the top one. So it actually looks really nice, and here you'll be able to see it looks beautiful. I was able to organize my things nicely. I used some dividers I had. And then on the side, I just, continued to put my other earrings. This is actually an AliExpress product. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm satisfied. I don't think I would recommend for the price that they're selling it at, but there's always good deals. Next up, we have the hair dryer shelf, and this product is really good. I recommend it. It's simple, but it gets the job done. It's sturdy enough, and I don't know if you could tell, but my wall actually has ridges, so it's not flat, and it was still able to stick. So that's something that I actually really liked about it. I would say the implementation of it, like actually putting it on your wall, super easy. If anything, the hardest part for me was figuring out where to put it. And the only reason why it was hard is one, I'm an indecisive person. I want it to look somewhat good where it's going. But then two, I actually didn't really have many options, so I was kind of limited to this space at the same time, just because that's where the outlet is. So once you pick out a space, and once I decided to place it here, I just had to clean the area, use any cleaning product. I used alcohol in a cotton swab. I dried it, waited until it was good to go, and then I was able to take off the plastic that was covering the sticky part. And it was really just that simple. Paste it on the wall, put some pressure on it, let it kind of adhere to the wall a little bit. And then after you feel like it's been a good amount of time, you go ahead and slide the shelf up on that. And super easy. Like I said, it's sturdy, it holds everything, and you'll get to see some of the little compartments right now. Here it is in all its glory. So you can see right here, that's the extension. You can pull it out, put it back in. And you can even pull this up when not in use or when you want to just put your things away. This is how it looked. Like I said, it's conventional, it's practical. They did advertise putting a brush at the top. I didn't like it, kind of messy. It was just kind of like dangling there. So it would be good for little products, for example, like some hair oil or just something that would be a little more inconspicuous. All right, moving on. Here we have the two bags that I'm going to use for my cosmetics. As you can see, I had a lot of things that I wanted to pack. Yes, cosmetics, but also just, toiletries, shampoo. I looked at everything that I had going on and I decided I really need these essentials. So, this is how it turned out. I put everything I needed and then I started to realize, okay, I'm missing a couple of things, and then I was set. So I started off just putting away what we would use to scrub our bodies, put some of the shower things, put some lotion, and it really did fit a good amount of like long um, just products, like height wise, that things I would just probably wouldn't be taking if I didn't have this, just because they take up a lot of space. But they honestly fit in so nicely. I was able to condense a lot of it in here. Um, it was honestly really, really great. And it was nice to have it in an individual bag because then I didn't have to worry about putting it inside of my suitcase or finding it like just plastic bags to put this in. And then for the little one, I just put a lot of my little products. So just kind of makeup remover, deodorant, sunscreen, some night cream, day cream, and then just a couple of other little things. And then I proceeded to go ahead and start putting away our toothbrushes, our toothpaste, and this is what this specific toothbrush holder was meant to do. So it worked excellent. We were able to just put that on the side once we arrived at, our destination for our travels. Obviously, not everything fits in here. I did take some makeup, but I already had a bag for that. And then this big brush, I tried to squeeze into the white bag, which is the large, by the way. It didn't end up fitting, so I swapped it for a smaller one. And then I was able to even put in some like Q-tips, cotton swabs in one of my smaller metal bags, and you saw that but in a bigger version earlier. So these are some that I had already received, and I know I keep mentioning it, even though these are Temu products, I often compare it to AliExpress because they have a lot of the same ones. I did try, like I said, to squeeze in as many things as possible. These I didn't end up leaving in here later on because I realized it wasn't going to close as much as I tried. Some of my products were a little too tall and I didn't want to squish it. I didn't want to ruin the bag as well. I just want to preserve it as much as possible. So I ended up switching it up and layering the products. I faced them sideways, and then later on I found a good way of just placing them on top of each other horizontally instead of vertically. But I do give this product a good, 5 out of 5 stars. I feel like it did its job, so props to this product. Now moving on, this is the plastic clear case that I'm going to be using for my earrings. As I previously mentioned, the previous travel like box that I had wasn't effective. The earrings would like fall off, necklaces, and they just wouldn't stay because it was just too wide. However, this case, although it's so simple, one, I like that I could remove the dividers, and then two, I like that it's transparent. I could already see through it. And three, which is most important to me, it was tight enough from top to bottom that the earrings wouldn't slide into other like boxes or other spaces because there wasn't any room for them to do that. So that's really ultimately the reason why I chose to buy this, and I like it. It's a good size. I got the one with the 10 spaces. There's definitely bigger. I'm sure there's maybe smaller. And it honestly fit everything that I wanted to take on my trip. A couple of earrings, both big and small, and a couple of rings. So truly fascinated by how simple some of these things can be. Like, I know that this is advertised as, you know, an earring holder or case, but I'm sure it could be used for anything. I know that I've seen this before and I never thought about putting earrings in here, but definitely recommend. Last but not least, here's the mini storage bag. Now I do have two here. One was purchased off of the Temu app or website and the other one from AliExpress. They're both the same. It's really just the color and the dimensions that are different. This one is the taller, less wide one, and I wanted to just show you how it looked and how much space is truly in here. This is a lot of bracelets. I know I have a lot. I am obsessed. These are the ones that I wanted to take on my trip. I like to have a couple just so I can swap them out if I feel like it. But I decided I didn't need all of that extra space, so I did swap it back to the one I had previously. It's just smaller, just to condense a little bit of that. However, they both do have a soft inside. I really like the metallic clasp. I don't have to worry about it opening. So I do recommend this product as well. And that's it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found these recommendations to be helpful and insightful. If y'all have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. I also link to these products if you do want to browse around. In no way am I soliciting you to purchase any of this. It will not help me in any way. If you do want to download the app though and you are a first-time user, feel free to use one of my links. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and join me for my next video. Bye y'all.